Very warm greeting, Proneet, and welcome back to Cricket Analysis by CNE. This is a video on India's home season in this year, in this calendar year of 2025. There are a lot of cricket to be played, and especially a lot of white ball cricket to be played heading to the T20I World Cup. India have 10 T20Is left and three ODI series or two ODI series to be played against two very good teams at home turf before we get on to the T20I World Cup. So a lot to talk about for the ODI setup and the T20I setup. We've talked about it a lot. We've talked about the T20I setup a lot in one of the last videos. So in this one, we're going to talk about the ODI setup a lot because it's Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma. So yeah, it's a burning topic everywhere, and their perspective and the one single burning question is: will they be able to play the 2027 World Cup? How is their age and how is their fitness? That is the big question mark. We have missed, of course, analyzing the ODI series as Australia versus India series, but we can see that a lot of things have happened, a lot of question marks has been raised, and a lot of questions have already been answered as to where Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma stand. Because the ODI setup, if I'm not wrong, is the only setup which has experienced campaigners in it, and players who have been playing it for a long period of time are still there. So this is a big question mark. Proneet, good question. Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma, what do you think of them at the moment? Where are they standing right now?
I think they never left, I feel, because starting from the Champions Trophy, they continued in the Australia series. So they are doing what they have been doing for a long time. I think
Mm.
there is nothing such as a comeback or a setback right now. Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli are moving as they were for the past 2, 3 years, 4 years. So
Mm.
there is nothing much to change in the ODI setup for Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma. Yes, they are playing much less matches right now. So that is a thing. Like every month they will play a series. So that is the only change that they have to fight against. So that is the only thing. That is not even a
Mm.
concern, I would say, because
Right.
once the T20 World Cup gets over. Once the
Mm.
T20 World Cup gets over, we will play regular ODIs. So even
Yeah.
the match practices will be there. So there's nothing much to worry about Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma. Rohit Sharma got a man of the series, got a
Mm.
century, got a half century. Virat Kohli got a 70 after two ducks. So I think everything is just moving. I feel moving well for Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli. Also, Rohit Sharma gained the number one position. So
Yeah.
that is a huge achievement in his
Finally, in his whole career of so many ups, so many good cricket, he has now received the ODI World Cup, not the ODI World Cup, the ODI number
career.
one, ODI number one batsman. ODI World Cup is still not there. I'm so sorry. ODI World Cup is not there. That's एक ही सपना है हम लोगों का
You
ODI
just
World
hit
Cup.
that spot. You just hit that spot.
एक ही सपना ODI World Cup जीतना. I think that's what's important for Rohit as well, that he wants the ODI World Cup badly.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think number one cricket player in the ODI setup is also a very good feat. He deserves it. Been India's finest, and still he hasn't received it before, despite so many prime matches. And it's very fitting that he gets it now. That in his in his prime, in his twilight of his career, he's getting it. But yes, good question. Now, a good question to talk about, and I think like this topic will go on for a long period of time after these ODI series have been concluded. Maybe we'll have a different point of view, but it really depends on the performances, how they put up, and how consistent are they. Really, that's the question mark. That's what they have to put up with, and I feel like Rohit Sharma, Kohli really know how to put up with pressure, and I don't think they have no kind of pressure in their head that they can't handle. So yeah, I think that's the main part of the topic. But yes, one crucial thing I want to talk about is there's six ODI matches to come. And we would think that India's side, ODI side, is very settled. Really, in the batting side, we have a really settled batting lineup. We have Rohit Sharma, Gill, Kohli, then Shreyas Iyer, then KL Rahul, Akshar Patel. Really have a very sorted batting lineup. The only question I have is for bowling, and a very big question because I don't feel like it's filling up the media spaces. But a question about Ravindra Jadeja. I don't know. Don't know if he has been rested in the ODS squad in Australia, and he has not come to Australia to play cricket. But he has, as far as I know, he has now retired from ODI cricket. So, how you feel like ODI cricket is still a place for Ravindra Jadeja to play in?
Definitely, definitely. Ravindra, you cannot take him out of the game. Like he retired from T20 is okay, but in tests in ODIs, he's still the number one Indian all-rounder, I feel. Even
Mm.
Hardik Pandya and Ravindra Jadeja, these are the two all-rounders you have to play in each and every match. So Ravindra Jadeja with his batting, bowling, fielding, you cannot take him out. I think he was rested because he has played a lot of cricket in this year. He played the Border Gavaskar. After the Border Gavaskar, he played the IPL. After the IPL, he played the England series. So he has played a lot of. He played the Champions Trophy. So a lot of cricket he has played. So I think he deserves a bit of break. So I think that's what he got in the Australia series. He does not have anything to prove and all. He's a player you cannot question. You cannot question his abilities until unless you see him being a burden. So I don't think so. Jadeja can be a burden in at least the near future till the next World Cup. Just play Ravindra Jadeja each and every match. If you Because even just before the T20 World Cup, we will have two series at home. So in these two series, I think Ravindra Jadeja will still play. And at home, you cannot just take out Ravindra Jadeja being the main spinner.
Yeah, that's a very good point, and I feel like ODI, Indian ODI setup is also quite settled. For the 2027 World Cup, of course, we'll see the main players coming in later on because the main focus right now is on the T20 World Cup. After the T20 World Cup, maybe then we'll see some major changes. Maybe in England when we see Hardik Pandya and Ravindra Jadeja play cricket again. But I feel like at home turf, when logistics are quite easy, you'd feel that the management of Gambhir will do some experimentations, like how we have seen in the Australia series. We have seen that Gambhir is testing on Nitish Kumar Reddy, as he should really, because Nitish Kumar Reddy is really a talent, and you would want a proper backup to Hardik Pandya because Hardik Pandya brings so much to the team. If Nitish Kumar Reddy could bring a similar impact, if not the same impact, that would be very nice. And if then afterwards, how Nitish Kumar Reddy plays, that's a different topic. They're also trying on Harshit Rana. Harshit Rana has done decent. I'm not going to say excellent or subpar. He has done decent. So he should be tried out a bit in the ODI setup only. Again, only in the ODI setup. No other format he should play at the moment. But yes, I feel like ODI setup, you can try out Harshit Rana. Bring Mohammad Shami back. Bring Mohammad Shami back. It's a big please. I'm
Definitely,
pleading to
definitely.
Gambhir setup. Bringing him back is vital for Indian cricket because there is no bowler like Mohammad Shami in ODI cricket, as I know, because he's one of the best bowlers in prime matches and he always turns up when the team needs him the most. So he needs to be there. Mohammad Shami, you need to get him some game time. You need you have to try out. Suppose we want him to play the continuity of Bumrah, Siraj. You need to get that kind of string in. So I think, what do you think, Proneet? Do you feel like Gambhir should go with a bit of experiments in this in this ODI series coming up, or do you feel like we should stay with the complete side and play with them?
I think if you want to look forward towards the 2027 World Cup, which is not far away. So
Mm.
if you look at that, then I feel bowlers. Who would you imagine being your frontline bowlers in the 2027 ODI World Cup held in South Africa? In my opinion, Jasprit Bumrah, Mohammad Shami, Mohammad Siraj, Arshdeep Singh. These
Perfect.
four should be the
Yeah.
these four should be the main pacers
Mm.
going into the 2027 ODI World Cup. That is it. Who you play among these four, that is according to conditions. Even
Yeah.
some conditions in South Africa prefer four main pacers to play. So that is up to the team. But in that 15-member squad, these four should be the main pacers. That is it. I,
Yeah.
I think there should be a full stop to this question anymore. That Harshit Rana, this Nitish Shetty is still all rounder. All those experimental pacers. Even if you want to experiment anything, even if you want to experiment anything, then max to max, I would say the South Africa series. That is it. That is it. Don't experiment anymore.
Yeah.
If you want to have a stable lineup, if you want a stable lineup going, because before the ODI World Cup, before the previous ODI World Cup, or even before the 2019 ODI World Cup, we have always seen, we have always had a very stable lineup overall. Before the 2019 World Cup, we had Jasprit Bumrah, Bhuvaneshwar Kumar, Mohammad Shami. These four were playing each and every match, along with Kuldeep Yadav, Yuzvendra Chahal being the main spinners. That is it. All rounder Hardik Pandya, Kedar Jadhav. That is it. And the batting was settled. 2023 World Cup, Shami, Bumrah, Siraj. Set. Gone. Question is solved. Then going into the 2027 World Cup, these four should be the paces you should go with. Play Mohammad Shami. The more you play him, the better he gets. So
Yeah.
if you talk about game time, lack of game time, play him now. If you talk about lack of game time, play him the
Yeah.
matches. At home,
Exactly.
you don't need to worry about anything in home matches. So play
Mm.
him there.
Yeah, and if you get injured right now, you still have time to recover for the 2027 World Cup. You don't want to get injured right before it.
Exactly, exactly,
So yeah, and I feel like,
exactly.
to be very honest, for the ODI setup, I can really create a 15-member squad right now if you want to, because it's that easy to bring
Yeah,
one.
definitely.
So- And I feel like in the spinning department as well, I feel like I'm really excited to see Varun Chakravarti actually, because yes, of course, we have Kuldeep Yadav, Akshar Patel, Jadeja, three spinners right there. But if you want a backup in Varun Chakravarti, I feel like he's a very good backup because he has done tremendously well in the Champions Trophy. And if I don't think he's going to be played, but if there is a spinning pitch anyway, if there's a dry pitch in Namibia, for example, then Varun Chakravarti can have a go. So for him to have that kind of game time, again, he needs to be tried out in Indian pitches as well, because we already know he's going to do very good in dry conditions like Dubai and Abu Dhabi. In India, see how Varun Chakravarti does, how he bowls in those conditions, how he bowls 10 overs. That's one of the key important things I want to see as well. Because I think that's how we'll have a very settled bowling lineup where we have three frontline pacers, one backup pacer. We don't know who that one is going to be, but three frontline pacers, one backup pacer, three frontline spinners, one backup spinner you have. So that completes the whole point of bowling. And in batting, I mean, come on, you have five batters who have an average above
No,
45. So
all the
that is
five
the
batters are in the top 15 of the ODI rankings right now. So
Yeah,
there's
so I
nothing much
mean,
to question
the
about that.
question that do not just put a full stop over there and Hardik Pandya. That's it, a Hardik Pandya right there. And if you have the space, bring a backup in Nitish Kumar Reddy, then play him in these ODI series that is come in the home ODI series. Play him. Let's see how he does. If he does well, he can be a backup to Hardik Pandya. So that's it. That's completely a settled ODI side we have, and that's what I want to see in this ODI series as well coming up, where we want to see a string of an ODI side coming up with proper backups, with a settled side who's playing, and if someone gets injured, there's a proper backup to play so that we don't miss a position as well. So I think that's what the goal for India is coming to be. And now we'll go on to the T20I talks. We're going to go about T20I talks because these are last 10 T20Is that will play before the T20I World Cup. I have a question for you. Jitesh Sharma or Sanju Samson? Because I think that's one of the key questions that I've seen in the T20I series as well.
Yes, yes. I feel the question Gambhir. I think Gambhir has answered the question himself. Before the Asia Cup, Sanju Samson was doing excellent in the opening position. Suddenly, out of nowhere, Ajit Agarkar comes to a press conference and says Sanju Samson was playing as a replacement, temporary replacement for Shubman Gill. Suddenly, he
Okay.
says that before the Asia Cup, and
But
Sanju
he's a
Samson
wicket
moves
keeper.
into the middle order.
Hmm.
Exactly, exactly. And he moves into the middle order, and
Yeah.
he does not do that well in the Asia Cup. Although he had pretty important contributions. He got a man of the match in the first match. He got a 50 or something against. It was against
Hmm.
Oman, but still that was the man of the match. And then
Yeah.
he got important contribution in the final as well, where India was struggling through a collapse. He scored at 30 or something, 25 or 30.
Yeah.
So he is a very capable batsman, but he is
Hmm.
not at his right place. If you want to play Sanju Samson at number five, number six, you are putting Shivam Dube ahead of Sanju Samson. I don't know what you are thinking. So if you want to play Sanju Samson at that kind of a position, don't play him. Better don't
Yeah.
play him. Play Jitesh Sharma. For those kind of positions, for those finishing roles, you need somebody like a Jitesh Sharma. So that is the only question. And on the other hand, there is a worry of Shubman Gill being out of form. So I
Mm.
don't know. There are a lot of questions to answer for the T20I side.
Yeah, I think in this 10 T20Is, I feel like Shubman Gill will be in the focus of it all. It's a big question mark for Shubman Gill as a batsman. He's not the captain yet of the team, but he has a responsibility as vice captain. So he needs to be there. He needs to score some runs because, well, he's going to be the leader in the leadership program for the T20I side as well, I'm pretty sure. So in these 10 T20Is, as an
Yeah.
opener, he needs to find a rapport with Abhishek Sharma and go ahead and score the good runs because this is the time he needs to score some runs. His average is not that impressive at the moment, and he needs to get that up to 40s or something and really score some good runs and play some important knocks for the team in this 10 T20Is. And in home conditions, you won't find better opportunity to get acclimatized to it. So that's what a big expectation from him. Also, a very good question because a big question actually. I'm saying good question all the time for some reason. Big question, how does Hardik Pandya get back to the T20 side instantaneously? Because Hardik Pandya is going through a rest, he's going through an injury period. He comes back, and then you see that there's not a lot of positions left. So maybe he's going to replace Shivam Dube, for example. He's going to replace Shivam Dube or someone like some player or something, because well, we don't see Rinku Singh playing in the lineup right now, because even though he really much deserves to play, I'm not saying that Rinku Singh doesn't deserve to play. He deserves to play T20 cricket, but you really don't have the space for him. So how does Hardik Pandya, like, how does a later middle order really come about and adjust themselves to it? What do you think is a challenge for India coming forward?
I think going into the T20 World Cup, I feel Hardik Pandya. I think the Asia Cup squad that India played, the Asia Cup squad India played was pretty balanced, I feel. Although they played
Mm.
a lot of spinners, instead
Yeah,
of playing a lot of spinners, I think Hardik Pandya was there. So in the first match against Pakistan that India played, I feel it was almost a perfect combination, I would say.
mm.
Instead of Samson, you can put Jitesh there if you want to play him, play a wicket keeper at number six. So that is it. That is the only change I would make. And then Jasprit Bumrah, Arshdeep Singh. If the pitches go towards greener side, pacers, anything, so then you can play additional Mohammad Siraj, three pacers if you want, if the condition suggests that. So that is it. That is the only minimal change if you want Hardik Pandya to come into the side. I think spinners like if you have Akshar Patel and Hardik Pandya and Shivam Dube, these three players, I don't think so. They three can play together. They did at the Asia Cup, but there was a requirement of more spinners there. I don't think so. In every pitch in India, there will be requirement of three, four spinners. So
Yeah,
that will be a difference going into the T20 World Cup in India. And the 10 T20s that we play against, I think it will be a very good practice because we'll play against two big nations, that is South Africa and New Zealand. They
mm.
have very balanced sides. They will be contenders for the at least the top four spots, the
Yeah,
semi-finals. So
exactly.
we will have good practice going into the T20 World Cup, and all the combinations needs to be tried out maximum by the South Africa series. If you have anything experiments going on, South Africa series, play them, do anything you want. New Zealand series, go with the settled side that you have in mind for the T20 World Cup.
Mm. Yeah, very well spoken, Proneet. I have some things to talk about as well. I feel like the challenges that India will come forward, I think the things that they need to work on is one, of course, the how we should have a very settled side coming forward, because we're having a lot of changes, and rightly so. We have so much of talent, so much of cricket that we have played, so much of we have so much of resources that it's really tough to get them into 11. But it's important that we find a stable side and we keep playing that despite the criticisms coming forward. Another thing I want to say is we have Bumrah, we have Arshdeep, we are playing the spinners. We can't put a third pacer to be a Shivam Dube or a Hardik Pandya. I feel like India need to find a backup pacer in someone who can bowl 2, 3 overs or bowl 4 overs even. Because I feel like if Bumrah or someone like Arshdeep gets injured, then we have a problem because we don't have a backup pacer. Then you bring Mohammad Siraj, and
Mohammad
Mohammad Siraj,
Siraj.
he hasn't had a lot of game time, and you won't see Mohammad Siraj playing a lot of T20 cricket. He was there for the 2024 World Cup, but you're not seeing him in the scheme of things yet. So if you need to get a backup pacer, bring Mohammad Siraj in the T20 setup, play him some matches, because now is the time to get him to play some matches. So get a backup pacer as well. One more thing I want to say, maybe as an 11 I can think of is maybe Abhishek and Gill opening. Maybe if Sanju Samson plays, Sanju Samson at one down, two down is maybe two down. Surya Kumar Yadav as captain. Tilak Verma three down. Four down as Akshay Patel. Fifth down is Hardik Pandya. And then go ahead in there. Maybe Shivam Dube comes as a backup, because Shivam Dube, as good as he is, can't replace Hardik Pandya, in my opinion. So fifth down Hardik Pandya. Six down pacers and spinners like Varun Chakravarti, you name it, Varun Chakravarti, Kuldeep Yadav, then the pacers coming forward. So maybe something like that
Yeah,
you can create.
as you as you
Hmm.
said, like I think the three main all-rounders India have, Hardik Pandya,
Hmm.
Shivam Dube, Akshar Patel. These three cannot play together.
Yeah, and even I really want to fit in Washington Sundar in there as well, but how can I? What is how
Exactly.
can I? So maybe
Yeah,
like
that's why.
because Washington Sundar can only play if Kuldeep Yadav doesn't play, or you need to drop Varun Chakravarti, who's the number one T20 bowler in the world, which you can't drop, who you can't drop. So like you cannot play him in the top seven batsmen. You cannot play him in the last four people as well. Then where do you play him? So I feel very sad for Washington Sundar, but some harsh decisions need to be made for the T20I setup. I think it will be. I won't be too critic of the GG management here in T20I cricket, because it's really tough to manage a T20I side with so many good players coming forward. I can name so many players that are good who are bench warming right now. So it's very tough to do so. But they need to, that in these 10 T20 amount matches, they need to find a solution. And it'll be very interesting to see how they find a solution and how they go to do the T20 or World Cup with a settled side. So I think that's the main question. So I think that's it about
Yeah.
our dossier for the day. Very good talk with you, Proneet, because I think this really sets up for how the home season comes forward. Very interesting home season, and I'm really looking forward to it, as I hope that you too, Proneet. So let's see what happens, and we're going to keep you updated, CNE. Until then, we again say bye bye. We'll talk to you later and another video talking about another topic. Good night, Proneet.